What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Base Coverage presented by Athletes Forum. I'm your host, Jamal Clay, and today we have Mr. Zach Edwards himself, the Magic Man, quarterback for the Barcelona Dragons. What's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you having me on. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited to chat it up.
Most definitely. So, hey, let's get right into it in terms of the nickname, right? Magic. You know, where did that name come from? How long has it stuck with you? It's grown with the fans in the league. Talk about a little bit about that name, where it came from.
Yeah, man. So it's actually kind of funny how it started. So, growing up, we all play 2K, right? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
it was like 2K. It was like 2K12 or something like that. I made like my player, and when you make a my player, you got to create like a Twitter handle. And so my player just happened to get drafted by the Magic that year. So I made my Twitter handle in the game, Magic Zach 7 or whatever number I was, and I loved it. It stuck. And then in high school, I just switched it, and I was Magic Zach 7. And then when I went to college, my number got changed to 11.
Yeah,
changed to 11, and it's kind of just stuck with me since. People kind of like it. I mean, every once in a while, I do something crazy on the field, and it looks Magic. So I was like, it's kind of fit in, and I like the way it flowed, so I just kept riding with it.
Most definitely. I definitely think it resembles not only the way you play, but the type of person and personality you have, and it comes off during the games and stuff like that. Hey, we look back on last season, right? So obviously you guys didn't finish the way you started. 3-7 to finish the season. Got off to a slow start. Shootout against Cologne, which was probably the game of the year, to be honest, in terms of excitement. Had a good stretch during the middle, started to make a playoff run, and then, unfortunately, as I mentioned, didn't finish the way you guys had hoped. What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about the team last year, the Barcelona Dragons?
Yeah, man. I mean, we're a team of fighters. We're some dogs out there. That's one of the best things I can say about this team is a lot of guys that are willing to scrap and fight for it. I think coming into it, it was super new for everybody. A collective group of guys that a lot of them had been playing against each other for so long in the Spanish divisions and stuff like that. So really just kind of building that camaraderie, from the get-go was something that we had to work on. And honestly, as tough as it was, that tough start to the season, I think really brought us closer together. Because at some point we were just like, we are sick and tired of losing, so like something's got to change. And we all just started to really hold each other more accountable for the stuff that we were letting slide earlier. It's little stuff to make that difference, to actually get some wins under our belt and whatnot. So I think just building off of that throughout the year is what really helped us. Like you said, obviously we kind of slipped up towards the end, but we felt that we was always playing hard. We always gave everything we had, and I think that's a great character trait to have, especially leading into next season. We'll obviously have a couple different pieces here and there, but I think the core is going to remain the same, and if we can bring that energy, I think we can do some great things come 2022.
Most definitely. You mentioned something that the core is going to stay the same based on the offseason you guys had. You were able to keep a lot of the core together. A lot of those guys that have played in the league, have played together, and now a lot of those guys you guys were able to re-sign. One of those guys that you weren't able to re-sign is Gene Constant. Now, the connection you guys had, probably one of the best quarterback receiver tandems in all of Europe. Obviously, you passing over for more than 2,500 yards, 21 touchdowns, and Gene having 8 of those touchdowns with a 1,000-yard receiver, the only 1,000-yard receiver, in the league last year. So obviously, you guys had, pretty good connection, pretty good chemistry. When forming this team, they're signing people from all different walks of life. How was you and Gene able to develop such a connection so fast that led to you guys' success on the field?
Yeah, man. Gene's my guy. Shout out to Gene. Love that kid. Super happy for him. He's going to go do his thing in Hamburg, and I wish him nothing but the best. Obviously, but super happy for him in that. But, I think me and Gene we're pretty similar in some ways. I feel like we both felt like throughout our careers, we've kind of always been overlooked, overshadowed. Whether that was him at Stony Brook or Bryant, me going to a super small Division III school, And we both kind of came out at a tough time with COVID happening, like right after our pro days and stuff like that. So I think we both just kind of came at it with kind of the same vision. It's an opportunity to play football and do something that we love, and it's something that we're blessed to do. And I think we both took it like very gratefully. We were excited to be out there every day, and we wanted to make the most of it while we could. I mean, we lived together too. We were roommates out there, so I mean, I was with them pretty much.
Yeah, I'm
20,
sure it definitely
20 hours.
played a role and stuff like that too, right?
Yeah, so I mean, we got to know each other quick. And yeah, I'm gonna miss him, but that's my guy. So happy for him. But I was able to do what we did last year, create a lot of memories, and have some fun.
Most definitely. And he signed with the Hamburg Sea Devils, right?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts when it first happened? Obviously, you guys, based on social media, you guys trained together a little bit in the off season. Did you know he was going to sign? Did you know he had a chance of coming back to Barcelona? Like, what were your thoughts when you heard the news that he was going to be joining the Hamburg Sea Devils?
Yeah, no, I mean, we talk pretty much every day. So I had an idea that he might be going elsewhere. Obviously, you never know, but bigger picture, I was hoping, he doing the next move for the best thing for him. I wanted him to be able to take that next step in his career, and if he felt that I was going to Hamburg, then I was super happy for him. So I was a little upset. I feel like we could have made some more noise this year come 2022, but and that's how football works, man. People get different opportunities, and people got to take those opportunities when they can. So no hard feelings or anything like that, but yeah, it was a little surprise. I'm sure it shook the league up a little bit. All the fans were a little upset, but nah, man, no beef or anything like that.
Yeah.
Overall, super happy for him.
Nah, it's cool. I mean, hindsight 2020 now, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams had to split up. So, it's kind of the same situation. But ultimately, I'm glad both of you guys are back in the league and playing this upcoming season. So, let's talk about Barcelona, man. I've been there, probably one of my top 3 favorite cities in all of Europe. Beautiful city. Food is great. The scenery is great. Your stadium's right next to a beach. You guys probably got one of the best fan bases in all the ELF. Shout out to the Dragon fan base. Is Barcelona, this is a multiple part question, but the first part is Barcelona an attractive place to play outside of all that?
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, in my opinion, nothing against the German teams, Austrian teams, Turkish team, but this is the best spot to play. I mean, you can't really get much better. Like you said, we live 5 minutes from the beach. We're in sunny Spain. The best fans in the ELF for sure. Just
fans
overall, yeah, they're nuts. We appreciate them. Shout out y'all. But yeah, man, I think it's the most attractive place for sure. I know. I mean, I ended up there, so thankfully. But I know if I would do it again, I would definitely think Spain would be the best fit for me.
Well, definitely. I mean, you talk about let's talk about your fans for a little bit. You talk about a fan base that's loyal, that's stuck with you guys from beginning of the season to end. A fan base with a lot of character, a lot of energy. And we talked about before the show, your fan base reminds me of a college atmosphere. What's it like playing for those guys? Obviously, you re-signed, so it means something to you. But what's it like playing in front of that fan base?
Oh, it means so much, man. I mean, they come and they bring so much energy to that stadium, and we feel it for sure. We play through them. We definitely don't take them for granted. We're super thankful for that energy that they do bring, and I think it just they're part of our team, and I think they're included in who we are as an organization. With who we are as a team, comes our fan base. They're always there for us, like you said, through thick and thin. Obviously, we weren't the greatest team in the ELF last year, but they came out to games and they showed out, and they had our backs, win or loss. And that was the best part. And hopefully, we can do a better job, give them some more W's this year, put a little more points on the board. make them even more proud. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man, awesome fans.
Yeah. So year one for the Barcelona Dragon organization. Obviously, it doesn't go out as planned. We're in the off season now. All right. There's signings left and right. There's new people coming into the league. There's superstars. There's guys teaming up with each other. There's guys going to different teams. And like as we mentioned before, Barcelona, they was able to keep, the core group of guys intact, right? So we're heading into year 2, right? How is this year's Barcelona team? And granted, you haven't gone through camp yet. You're gonna go through your ups and downs. But how the potential of the Barcelona team this year? How is it? How are you guys gonna take that next step? Or what's that next step gonna look like for you guys heading into year 2? And just before you answer that, I'm on record, end of last year saying, Barcelona could be a team to watch next year based on, how you guys, obviously slow start, but how you guys, went through the season and finished, the way you did. I'm on record saying that you guys could be a team to watch, heading into year 2. What steps do you guys have to take in order to, move forward as an organization, as a team, and be a real contender heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, man, I think the biggest thing is we're hungry as a team. We're not happy with how last year went either. We obviously we did some good things, but overall, man, we don't want to be a 3-7 team. We don't want to be a 5-5 team. We want to win championships. So I think that's where it starts. For the new guys that are coming in, we got to get them on the same page early as possible. That we're a hungry team looking to not just be average, but be great. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing is getting those guys on page early and then just going through our stuff and executing it. We know now the core knows now what it takes to win games in this league. And we know it's going to be even harder than it was last year to win games, So, there's better players, better coaches. There's new teams, so we got to come even more prepared and execute even better come this summer. So I think really just paying attention to those small details and taking what we learned last year, using that experience and fixing those little things, executing better. And I think we could finishing games better, finishing drives better, holding people accountable. I think that's what it's going to take.
And you mentioned new teams, new coaches. You guys have a new head man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hope I'm saying his name. Is it Weidbender?
Widener, I think. If he sees this and I pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry, Coach, but I think it's Widener.
So
I'm calling Coach W.
Yeah, most definitely. So you guys have a new coach. You guys have a coach with some NFL experience, right? Have you had an opportunity to chat with Coach a little bit, his vision, what your offense is going to look like? Like, have you guys had a chance to talk some ball before you guys head into training camp?
Yeah, no, we have for sure. We're Coach is super organized. He's ready to go. He's fired up. He's sending me stuff left and right. He's sending our guys stuff left and right. Try and get our minds right. Make sure we're seeing the stuff, before we get there, so we can have an idea of what we're going to be running and how to execute things, how to do things a certain way. He's taking care of all that stuff. He's a great dude. I've talked with him a few times. I'm super excited to continue to learn from him, be a sponge, soak up all that experience that he has, all the knowledge about football that he knows, I think it's a great opportunity for myself to become a better football mind, learn the game better, and go out there and try and produce in a different offense, a different scheme, whatever he wants us to do, whatever he thinks will put us in the best situation to be successful. I'm excited to try and go out there and do that for him. So, I'm looking forward to meeting him in person and getting things cracking.
Hey, for a coach, for the coach that has a lot of energy, based on what I've heard about him, what I've seen in interviews, you guys couldn't have gotten a better coach to match the personality of your team, the city, your fan base. So as I mentioned before, it's going to be exciting to watch you guys next year and, see how that all comes together. Now, before I let you go, we have to get into some fashionable items in terms of, who you are as a person. So as we talked before the show, Barcelona kind of started a trend with, the player arrival entrance. And, you guys started doing the first couple of weeks and some other teams started picking up on it. Now the 4 photos that we're going to put on the screen right now, and I sent them to you, are some photos that I was able to check out based on, some of the interests you have. So if you had a chance to look through those photos, kind of talk about your inspiration to how you dress, your favorite photo, because I personally think you might be one of the most fashionable people in the league, just based on your swag and stuff like that. So out of the 4 photos, we put on screen and the ones that I showed you, which one is your favorite?
That's tough. I mean, there's a couple good ones. I think I cover a few different spectrums with those 4 fits. I love that hat. I love the hat that I rock. I don't even know what to call it, but the bigger hat, the sun hat, I guess.
Yeah.
I love that hat. So any outfit I can pull off with that hat. I'm a big fan. But then my Vegas shirt, I think I just think that shirt's fire. I love that shirt. And then the OG Dragons tee.
That tee is hard.
Yeah, one of my teammates, shout out Jordy. He got it for me. When he was out there, he said his aunt had it or something in the vault. It was too big for him, so he pawned it off to me. But nah, man, I would probably say I'm gonna go with the poker Vegas shirt. Right. I love that. I think that one just really embodies. I'm always trying to wear something crazy, something that nobody's ever seen before. But nah, man, it all kind of started from Cam, bro. I gotta say, Cam was one of my favorite quarterbacks growing up. That's why I wear 1 too. I know he gets a lot of hate nowadays, but there's nobody better than 2015 Cam. So and how he dresses, he look good, play good, all that kind of stuff. I'm super into all that. If I feel good before a game and I feel good warming up and feel good on the field,
magic comes out.
Magic comes out, exactly.
Hey, well, I appreciate your time, my man, for you coming on, chatting some ball a little bit, talking about, the Dragons, some fashionable piece. We recapped last season. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you coming on, brother. On behalf of, the people who watch the game, the people who cover the game, we're excited for year 2. It's crazy that, we're almost 2 months out from, week 1. It's going to be exciting team with all the, the rule changes, the new teams to watch, the new coaches that are coming in, different philosophies. So wish you nothing but the best. Again, thank you and appreciate you for coming on. And then, I'm sure this won't be the last time we chop it up, my man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you having me on. Appreciate what you guys are doing, bringing mad coverage to the league, helping put people on and just doing y'all thing. So it's all love from over here. Appreciate you. And yeah, like you said, man, excited for the year, and I'm sure we'll chop it up soon.
Most definitely, brother. Take care, man.
All right, man. You too.